Good evening, everyone. Over the past year in my country, the public discourse has centered too much on shouting and attacking people. There has been a shortage of gratitude and humility. And so I'm here on behalf of my mother, Judy, there she is, my brother, Hank, is here as well, my sister, Marjorie, who is in the United States, and certainly my late father, Arthur, too, to express some gratitude and give thanks. The shouting I'm thinking about in my country has included a lot of stereotypes and falsehoods, particularly about immigrants and certain minority groups. As we all know, those who shout and attack have been looking to gain attention and power. As a Jew, this concerns me deeply. Jews and Germans both know how destructive falsehoods and stereotypes can be. They open the door to persecution. I expect this concern is one many here share, as we have witnessed the actions and the intolerance nationalist movements across Europe. So with this backdrop, how can I be thankful? I am thankful for the examples shown by this year's award winners of the Obermeyer Award. And in fact, many, many award winners since this event first began 17 years ago. Over and over again, they have shown a path forward to fight against falsehoods, humanize those who have been stereotyped, treat their history, way of life, culture, etc., as something precious to be preserved and shared, and act on that belief in a range of ways, writing books, restoring cemeteries and community buildings, singing songs, talking to school children, and on and on. So thank you. Thank you both for your actions and for your demeanor in carrying those actions out. But as I speak about thanks and gratitude, I'd like to go a little bit deeper. A little over a year ago, as my father's health was failing, the American equivalent of the BBC wanted to do a story about the Obermeyer Awards. The story talked about the founding of the awards. It also documented the way I and my family hoped to move forward after my father was no longer here. The story was broadcast just a few weeks before my father died, and I'm very thankful that he heard it. Shortly after his death, I received a letter in the mail. It was from an acquaintance who runs a nonprofit focused on community organizing from a Jewish perspective, and I'd like to share it with you. The letter goes like this. Dear Joel, I am so sorry for your loss. I never met your father, but I got to know him a little through the radio piece you sent me. After hearing it, I thought a lot about the common idea in Judaism and elsewhere that good acts are their own reward. Some people feel that recognition is nice, but not essential. But I feel your father taught me that the act of recognition and honoring others' hard work is indeed an act of creation itself. By calling attention to good deeds, specifically unrecognized ones, we breathe life into them. We grow their impact by introducing it to others, and we refresh the person who did them in the first place. This is why I believe your father, despite his illness, seemed to live longer than expected. Your recognition of his work, your newfound understanding of it, your commitment to it, revived him for some time. You did for him what he had done for so many others. May his memory be a blessing. When I read those words now, I feel as if they are addressed to everyone who is here today, as well as every supporter of the Obermeyer Awards. To me, every award winner who has worked to uncover, preserve, or share a piece of Jewish history and culture is conducting an act of creation. You are breathing life into something that would otherwise be dormant. You are showing a way to look at the world that by its nature counteracts falsehoods and stereotypes. Instead of attacking, you are reaching out. You are breathing life into human connections that cross cultures, religions, and national boundaries. You have a role, but also a responsibility. The responsibility is to do even more in the years to come to ensure that your way of looking at the world spreads and is maintained. To me, every supporter of the awards, every single person here, is helping to grow the impact of the award winners' work. You have a role here, but also responsibility. As in the letter, your role in part is to refresh and energize the award winners. But your responsibility is also to act, to actively help the awardees take on more and bigger challenges and ensure that that way of looking at the world spreads. And for all of this, I thank you all.